to Storytime with Rachel the Librarian. Today we're going to read When a Monster is Born, written by Sean Taylor and illustrated by Nick Sherratt. So let's see what happens when a monster is born. When a monster is born. When a monster is born, there are two possibilities. Either it's a far away in the forest monster, or it's an under your bed monster. If it's a far away in the forest monster, well, that's that. But if it's an under your bed monster, there are two possibilities. Either it eats you, or you make friends and take it to school. Which one do you think it's going to do? If it eats you, that's that. But if you take it to school, there are two possibilities. Either it sits quietly, does its homework, and becomes this monster, the first monster to play for the school basketball team. Or it eats the principal. I don't think it should eat the principal. Let's see what happens. If it sits quietly, that's that. But if it eats the principal, there are two possibilities. Either it growls, yummy, and dances the boogie-woogie, or it growls, sorry, and walks off through the wall. Does it maybe eat the principal? If it dances the boogie-woogie, that's that. But if it walks off, there are two possibilities. There's always two possibilities here. Either it sits in the park and scratches its head, or it takes a deep breath and sets off for the faraway forest. Where's he going to go? If it sits in the park, that's that. But if it sets off for the faraway forest, there are two possibilities. Either it finds an expensive hotel on the way and decides to sleep in it, or it goes around the back of the hotel and finds a broken umbrella and decides to sleep under that. I think between the hotel and sleeping under an umbrella, I'm going to go for the expensive hotel. What would you do? Well, if you want to sleep under an umbrella, that would be kind of interesting. Let's see what happens. If it sleeps in the expensive hotel, that's that. But if it sleeps under the umbrella, there are two possibilities. Either the kitchen girl comes out and tips a saucepan of porridge over the monster's head, or the kitchen girl notices the monster and stops in her tracks. Now, do you think she would have a hard time noticing a monster under a blue umbrella? I think she probably would not. I think she would see it. Let's see what happens. If the kitchen girl tips the porridge over the monster's head, that's that. But if the kitchen girl stops in her tracks, there are two possibilities. Either the monster gives her a fright of her life, and roar, and she runs off shouting, help, help, help! Or the monster gives her a rose, and they fall in love. Which one would be the best possibility there? I'm sure y'all all have a different idea of which one it would be. Let's see what it is. If the girl runs off shouting, help, 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 well, that's that. But if they fall in love, there are two possibilities. Either she kisses the monster and he turns into a handsome young man, or it kisses her and she turns into a monster. It's kind of a pretty monster though. She's purple. Definitely a girl. If the monster turns into a handsome young man, that's that. But if the girl turns into a monster, there are two possibilities. Either the monster says, you look horrible now, or the monster says, look, I'm a monster, you're a monster. Let's get married. I think they should get married, but I don't know. She is kind of ugly. Let's see what happens. If the monster says, that's that. But if the monster says, let's get married, there are two possibilities. Either the two of them live happily together and have a baby monster, or, wait a second, there's no illustration on this page. What do you think is the other possibility? I have no clue. Let's find out. Let's turn the page. I don't know if we're ready for this. Let's see. They eat each other. I didn't see that coming. Did you? No. If they eat each other, that's that. But if they have a baby monster, there are two possibilities. Either it's a far away in the forest monster, or it's an under your bed monster. Which one is it? We won't know until he grows up. We'll see. When a Monster is Born by Sean Taylor, illustrated by Nick Sherrod.